welcome to another food video. My name's Faye and I hope you're all doing really well. Today we are making one of the best loved Pakistani street foods, which is Punjabi Samosas. These are vegetarian and eaten every day in Pakistan. So let me tell you what we'll be needing to make this recipe. So let's begin with ingredients. Today I'll be using 200 grams of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. We've got 1/4 teaspoon of Garam Masala and 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. We have 1/2 teaspoon of Kasuri Methi. We have 1 teaspoon of Cumin Seeds and 1 teaspoon of Coriander Seed. We'll also be using about 100 grams of garden peas, about 2.5 to 3 potatoes, about 3 or 4 garlic cloves and some ginger to make a paste, 1 brown onion and a handful of fresh coriander. To begin this dish, I've just put the potatoes on a boil just so that they soften and that we can use them later. But for now I'm going to begin making the dough. So here I have my all-purpose plain flour, some water, and I'm just going to begin to add just a pinch of cumin seeds. I think this gives a nice flavour to the dough. You're going to need a little bit of salt, just a pinch. This is all to your taste really, but no more than a couple of pinches for the dough, just to give it a little flavour. But most of the flavour will come from the filling. And I'll also add a little drizzling of oil, approximately maybe 1/2 teaspoon, just a little bit. And then we are going to begin adding the water bit by bit. And then with one hand, just start to mix that all together. And what should happen is it all should kind of get a bit thick, get a bit messy, but it should all come together and you should actually end up with a clean bowl. You can always use more flour or more water and adjust accordingly if you've added a little bit too much of either of them. Just be patient. It's nice to make these things at home rather than buying them ready-made. It's not that it's not that hard. This really doesn't take too long to prepare. It's good to start with the dough because you want to leave it to rest for a little bit while you're getting on with the filling. But it really doesn't take that long to do, maybe 10 minutes to do properly. And it just makes it so nice that you've made this at home from scratch. The bread has formed together quite nicely. You can see that the bowl is pretty much empty. If your dough is a little sticky, you can always just add a tiny sprinkling of flour. But I'm just going to continue to knead this just for a few minutes, just to get a nice consistency and a nice sort of smooth dough. But it literally takes less than 10 minutes to get to this stage. Here we go. Let me catch you up on what I've been up to. So I have made my dough and that is now sitting on the side for at least half an hour, nicely covered. Just a tea towel will do, or some cling film. I have prepared my onions. I've slightly chopped those. I've also got some coriander and I've opted for some green chilies. That's totally up to you whether you want to add them or not. I fancy some spice. And I've also starting to prepare my ginger and garlic paste. So I'm now going to grind this together. And my potatoes are also beginning to come soft, so I'm going to just take those off the heat and prepare those as well.
Assalamu alaikum, hope you're all doing well. Let's start making the masala paste for the potatoes. So the pan is already on heat. I'm going to add little oil, which can be sunflower or vegetable oil, just enough to fry the chopped onions. I'll just let it heat for a minute before I add onions to it. Okay, I think the oil is nice and hot now, so I'm going to add onions to it. Give it a little stir, let all the onions absorb that oil and fry evenly and nicely. Okay, the onions nice and golden now, so I'm going to add ginger garlic paste to it. I'll just give it a quick fry before I start adding spices. The kettle is on as well because I'll be needing a splash of boiling water to make masala, so that all will be going in very soon. So medium heat, quick fry to ginger garlic once the onions turn nice and golden, and then you start adding your spices. So red chili powder going in first, coriander powder, cumin seeds, so these are whole coriander seeds, so I'll give them a little crush in my hands and it will release the aroma, and in they go. And quick frying, about 10-15 seconds, should not take longer, and then a splash of hot water to go in. Give it a stir. What this does is, frying with a splash of water, it would break the soft onions and caramelize them, and it will be a very nice texture and taste that you get in your potato masala for samosas. I'll add a little more water to it just to caramelize the whole masala nicely. But at one point just add a splash, don't add too much water at one time. It's always nice to add it again. So if you just see, the oil has started to leave, and it's a very nice masala that we have. We used very little oil, so there won't be much, but I can see it's leaving, so that's a very good sign. So but I will be drying all the water because once I add this masala paste in potatoes, I don't want any water content in there. Otherwise once potatoes go in the dough, they won't, the dough might break. So the masala and the potatoes, everything must be very dry. So I'm just going to dry the water and then the masala would be ready to go in the potatoes. Okay, I think it's just going to be 20-30 seconds more before the water dries. So the green peas are to go in at this stage, just enough to have some green peas in every potato. So I'll be using approximately 100 grams. So fry it for 30 seconds with the masala. I've turned on the heat setting to medium high because green peas are frozen and I need to fry them. Okay, it's almost ready. Time for the final bits to go in. So Kasuri Methi, sprinkle on top. Green chilies to go in. And salt. I'll add pinch of salt to the masala and I'll add some salt to the potatoes as well. So it's approximately just a quarter of a teaspoon that I'll add to the masala. Oop, I lost salt. Okay, so give it a gentle stir and stop laughing. A gentle stir, the masala is ready. So we'll take you to the next step now, which is to prepare potatoes with this masala. So directly to go on the potatoes. So some potatoes Faye has chopped in small pieces and some are still halves. The idea is to give them, leave a slight form and make them slightly mushy as well, which Faye will show you how to do that. So that is all ready to be blended together with hands now. So overall it's about 3/4 teaspoon of salt which is gone in, which is to your taste, you can change.
It's pretty much ready and in the form I want. I'm just breaking it up a little bit more with my fingers. It's nice because the potatoes are really absorbing that spice from the masala, so it'll be really tasty. So in goes the fresh coriander leaves. And again, just mix those all together. So now it is time to prepare the dough. So it's been resting here the entire time with the tea towel on the top. So this is what it looked like. You can see. Okay, and now I'm just going to take this out. And we are going to, I'm just going to give it a little mix. That looks fine actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little handful and roll this into a circle. So about a small handful of dough. Just roll it in a ball. What you need to do is have loads of flour just scattered around the surface just to make sure it doesn't stick, and I also advise that you put a little bit on your rolling pin as well. So now that that's into a little bowl, ball, I'm going to just flatten it down just to give it a little head start. And now let's roll. Sticking a bit. To make a circle, it's good if you keep turning it. I'm not perfect at this, but I find that helps. So I have rolled out my dough into the nearest circle I can, and I've also got a glass of water on the side because we're going to need the water to stick the shape together. So let me show you how to do this. So once you've got a rough circle, you're then going to cut it in half, and this is going to give you 2 samosas. So one to the side, and then this way. So flat corner into the middle, and then the other one will join just like that. And then with a bit of water, just line the middle. And that will stick it together. Give it a little press. And then, so my dough is ready, and I'm now going to fill. That's pretty much a good amount. And then you're just going to take the water again and line just one side. And that will then stick that together. Just press that together. And there you have your first samosa. Looking forward to eating these?
Yeah, the moment they're ready.
You can make the tea.
Yeah.
Tea and samosas.
Tea and samosa would be nice. Find it very tricky to fill these samosas.
Do you need the water?
No, it's okay. Yeah, I'll be eating it just to make sure that I filled every corner.
The trick is not to overfill them as much as
Yeah.
it seems like, and you know, like you want to have a lots of filling in each bite. Sometimes they just separate, and less is more.
Yeah.
But when I'm making this, the dough, what's nice is that when I'm rolling it out, the little bit of cumin seeds that are in there are getting slightly crushed. So you can just slightly smell the aroma coming out, which is really nice. And I think the cumin seeds just make quite a lot of difference. Otherwise you've got quite a plain sort of crispy dough, as much as that's lovely. I think it just enhances it a bit. I'm getting better at these circles. What do you think?
Yeah. Proper round.
Isn't it? Let's do one each, huh?
Okay. So the way to hold this dough is between your thumb and first finger. So you create a space and just hold it like this, and you just keep adding with a spoon like this.
You want to be quite quick actually, because the dough begins to become warm and become misshapen. So you do actually want to be quite quick at this. Still got a lot of practice to go until I get them perfect. You watch how fast people prepare them in Lahore, and I take like 5 minutes to do one.
They do the same thing for hours and hours every day, and they've been doing it for years, so it's lots of practice.
Absolutely. I think I should have worn the apron.
Why? You're more messy?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm looking like a snowman. Oh, look at that precision. Beautifully done. Well, let's not compare which one you've done and which one I've done.
So I just press the ends, which makes the ends go crispy, and I think they go very nice with the filling, the crispy ends. So I hope they won't split. We've tried our best to do a good job. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have just been heating the oil on quite a high temperature, because you want a nice hot oil, and it's now time to fry. So gently does it, as they are very, this is hot oil. Just slide them down, just like that. There we go. And I'm just using a spoon with holes so that when I lift them out, the oil, any excess oil will drain away. The samosas are cooking nicely and they're beginning to fry. You can see the colour in the middle is where there's no oil, so a lot of oil is now seeping through the middle, which wouldn't give you a very nice crispy outing. So I just gently move some oil over to the top, and you can see it's beginning to bubble, it's beginning to gain some air, and it's beginning to cook. So this is a nice technique. But just obviously be careful not to splash yourself with any hot oil. I think it might be time to turn them now. Nice colour. There we go. And on the side I've got my board, and I've got some kitchen roll, some paper. This is where I will sit the samosas once they're done, just to drain any excess oil. But just keep them a bit crispier for longer. So if you're cooking, if you've made a lot of samosas, which you probably would, it takes a lot of time. What my tip is that to fry them half, so just so that they gain a nice form, they become nice and firm, and then take them out of the oil, leave them to cool and put them in the freezer. and then the day that you want to use them, you can just take them out of the freezer and put them into the hot oil and cook them through to a nice colour, and they will just be fine to be eaten like that, and it's a good way to just use them gradually as you need them. They've got a nice golden colour, and they feel very firm and crispy, so I'm going to just take them out now. This is a very important technique just to drain that excess oil I was talking about. So once it stops dripping, you can then add it to the kitchen foil. And same again with the other one. And then the oil is hot enough to continue cooking. The samosas are all prepared now, and we've also made some tea, so the last thing left to do is have a little taste.
Okay, look very nice.
Yeah?
Yes.
So the samosas are all finished, all fried and ready to eat. So you've kindly made some tea, which is good, and let's try.
And some tomato ketchup.
Oh. They're still quite hot, but that filling is delicious. It's not overly spicy with the heat. Maybe I haven't reached a green chilli yet, but the background spice, you can imagine eating this, the spice will really develop. The taste are lovely. You can really taste the cumin seed, the potato and peas are a nice texture. Do you get a nice bite in there as well? What do you think?
I think I'm hungry. I love these samosas. Very flavorful. You can feel the coriander seeds and layers of spice. I just love these samosas on its own with a nice cup of tea. That's how I would enjoy it any day.
Absolutely. You're lovely. We really hope that you've enjoyed this video. We've definitely enjoyed making this video, and we are going to thoroughly enjoy eating these samosas now. We really hope that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. But for now, stay safe and take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
Assalamu alaikum. The real chef is back. I hope all of you are doing well. Okay, let's cut it. Let's do it again. Let's cut it.
The real chef.